Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. I'm out here in the front yard this morning and I'm going to be working on my summer containers. Some of the containers are looking quite exhausted already. I need to deadhead them, fertilize, replace some of them, and I want to completely refresh some of the containers by adding or removing a few things inside. I do have a few that are really quite I might have to completely redo them, but for the most part I'll just do some care and maintenance. I always forget to give you stats on the weather condition and how things are looking right now, but we're experiencing a heat wave. We're having a break today, but yesterday, for example, we had up to, in some places, about 40 degrees Celsius. So this morning is quite nice. I'm in the front garden, so the house is kind of shading this part of the garden at this time of the day. With the nice little breeze, it's really nice to work, and I want to take advantage of that and get some stuff done here in the front yard. So let me get started on that. All right, guys, my main priorities today are going to be this container over here where I currently have two giant dahlias growing. I have a few containers with the Rose of Sharon trees that are beginning to bloom now. I have some smaller containers here that I'm most likely going to be removing completely, as well as over here. And then I have some containers from the backyard, and I'll be positioning them here in the front yard and also giving them the necessary care to get those bloom going for the rest of the season. So I think the first thing I'm going to be doing is removing or taking out anything that I don't want to have here in the front yard anymore. So this is that big container with the two dinner plate dahlias. This is a black jack. It hasn't started blooming yet. And even the buds are not as many as they should be. And here is a crystal dahlia, which is also not looking that good. I have to say that I've been fighting with earwigs, with earwigs here in the garden, and they seem to be eating the dahlias a lot. So I might need to put something in place to help with that problem, with that issue. So I'm going to be working on this. All right, so what I've done for this container is really just to remove all the dead leaves or the dead blooms that's dead heading, or the geraniums here. And you can see that it's quite dry there at the bottom. It's looking better already. And now I'm going to take these geraniums that I have in here and add them in that empty spot. All right, guys, so after all the deadheading and replacing the plants, it's time to fertilize, and I'm putting in an organic slow release fertilizer. This is the one that my mother-in-law uses in her beautiful garden, and I've started using it here, and I just like it for all the plants that are supposed to be providing blooms. So once I have that slow release fertilizer in, I'm adding in a layer of compost because the soil in there is quite dry. So the slow release fertilizer, I cover it with a layer of compost. I don't yet have drip irrigation installed in my garden. I water everything by hand, which is one of the reasons why the soil might be so dry in this container. But as you can see, this container, even though it's big, is housing a lot of plants. All those big dahlias, the geraniums, and the ground covers, things that like a lot of water. So it can get quite dry in there, and I just have to constantly make sure that I water everything. So with the maintenance now done, it's time for me to position the containers back in that corner and make it come back to life. All right, guys, time is running against me because the sun is coming over here. But this is what I've put together. I think this is much better now. I'm yet to water everything, but I need to explain a few things first. So over here I have the vanilla strawberry hydrangea, pinnacle hydrangea, and then I have that same container that I've updated with some new geraniums, and then I have so that super bale there, it's going to expand. I hope it's going to expand and, you know, encroach a little bit more into the geraniums and underneath the dahlia. And here I have one of my multicolored Rose of Sharon trees. This is what is on the tag. Like, you see multiple colors here, but what I'm realizing is that I'm only getting one color of bloom, so I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, that is blooming already. Down here I have the soft pink salsa hydrangea from the music collection, which is blooming. I've turned it, and I think over here we'll see more blooms coming in there. Then I have a boxwood here in this big container, and I have just right now added that ground cover variegated ivy. And over here I have a pelargonium. This is a juniper, a small juniper tree that I also bought back in winter. So this is what the arrangement looks like right here. On the other side, I've gone now a bit lighter. I have more or less the same things. These are different types of pelargonium than I have over there. They are supposed to grow tall and bushy. And I have the same music collection, soft pink salsa hydrangea. I have a dahlia here, which is a dwarf variety of dahlia with the red blooms. And here you notice that the Rose of Sharon tree is coming here with blue blooms. So I'm watering everything now first. I'm giving it a good soak, and then I'm going to give it a liquid fertilizer as well, because the fertilizer that I use right now is going to take some time to break down. So right now I'm going to give it first a good soak, and then I'll be adding a liquid feed on top of all of that. Alright guys, you can see the sun already making its way into the front yard here. But the thing that I wanted us to do, the last thing I wanted to show you, is that I'll be changing a few of these containers that are already existing over here as well. And I'll be making new ones altogether. So here I've used all the stuff that was in here to create all the arrangements. And now I'm going to be making a new one with the plants that I have around here. So over here I just removed the hydrangea from that container over there and put it here, and I underplanted that with some petunias, some verbena and some salvia. So need to water all of that. I think that is looking so beautiful right now. I have another Rose of Sharon tree going there, and in the back there those are some ground berries that I just put in a container. So that is going there. I love the entry now. That is so beautiful. So I need to water all of these, and so that was it guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next video. Bye bye.